Hey everyone, I'm Jake, and this is Money Mondays. So it's a new year, and that means New Year's resolutions. And some of the most common New Year's resolutions that people have are getting in shape, and that's why you see gyms completely packed at the beginning of the year. But besides getting in shape, the most common New Year's resolution would be getting your finances in shape. And that means people are trying to either save more money, or budget better, or pay off a credit card, or pay off their house or a car or something like that. So I want to do a video about, one, helping you get your New Year's resolutions in order. So if you have a money-related New Year's resolution, I want to give you some advice on how to accomplish that more effectively. But I also want to share with you my New Year's resolutions. Now, 2016 was a really good year for Arbogast Advisers. We grew in clients and we grew in assets under management. We helped a lot of people get their money in order and pay off some debts. We helped people pay off cars and student loans and all kinds of things like that. And so that was really good. And I want to continue that into 2017. I want to continue being able to help as many millennials and young people who are struggling with money as I can. And so there's two things that I want to do in 2017 as part of this YouTube channel to help reach more people and provide more valuable advice to all of my viewers. So the first one is I'm going to start an interview series, and I'm going to interview financial professionals. So I'll interview someone who's in the mortgage industry, someone who's in the insurance industry, a bunch of different financial professionals about tips that they have for things that you can do if you're interacting with their industry. So if you're going to buy a home or you're going to buy a new car, you need to get life insurance or homeowners insurance or anything like that. And I'm also going to interview entrepreneurs and people who have started businesses, because a lot of people that watch my YouTube videos and that are clients of mine are entrepreneurs or people who have started companies, and plus we do consulting for startup companies. Part of the interview series will be with entrepreneurs and people who have started their own businesses, so you can get some good takeaways for what they've done and maybe some things that haven't gone well and how they would have done it differently, and you can get a lot of good advice that way. Now the second thing that I want to do is, for Christmas, I actually got a bunch of new books, and you can see behind me the bookshelf with a lot of different finance books on there, and there's some entrepreneurship books, and I've read most of them except for the brand new ones that I got. And so for my second New Year's resolution, my personal New Year's resolution, is to read more and reread some of the books that I haven't read in a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start a book review series. So it won't be part of Money Mondays. It'll still be part of this YouTube channel, but it'll be its own video series of reviewing finance books and entrepreneurship books, and I'll take notes on all the important points when I read the book, and then I'll talk about different points that someone might want to take away from the book, or things that would help me in my business. And so I'll do a review of a bunch of different finance books too. Now if you want me to review a book that you've wanted to read, or you're not sure if you want to read it or not, you want me to read it first for you, feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to start reading either finance or entrepreneurship books. So anything related to that is totally fine and fair game. Comment below with the book you want me to read if you want me to start on yours. I'll start on one of the books in here first, and then after I finish that one, then I'll start hitting the ones that are in the comments too. So feel free to comment below with any books that you want me to read. Now to get to the point of this video is New Year's resolutions. So the most common financial related New Year's resolutions that people have can be saving more money, like saving for retirement, or just having an emergency fund, or going to be paying off debts, paying off your house, your car, credit card, anything like that. So I wanted to give some advice on how you can do them more effectively and more efficiently. If, let's just say, you're saving money, and it doesn't matter if you're saving money for just a regular savings account, you want an emergency fund, or you're saving for a retirement account or anything like that. The first thing that everyone says, and that really is great advice for when you're saving, is to pay yourself first. And so what that means is, when you get a paycheck, you take out the money that you're going to save first and put that into a savings account, and then live off the rest. So if you want to take 10% of your income and put it into a savings account straight off the bat as soon as you get paid. Let's say you make $1,000 a month. That's not a huge amount of money, but you want to save 100 of that. So you take $100, that's 10%, take $100 and put it in savings. You have $900 left for the month, and you're going to live off of that for the month. Now the point to paying yourself first is that you will subconsciously adjust your lifestyle to fit that payment. Because what happens is, if you don't pay yourself first, let's say you just take that whole amount and you live off it for the month, and then at the end of the month you want to save whatever's left. Well, what most people end up doing is they'll see that they have so much amount of money left towards the end of the month, and they'll be like, oh, I'm free to be able to spend that because I have that left over. And they end up spending all of it, and by the end of the month they're out of money. Paying yourself first is the number one way to do it. If you're trying to start an emergency fund, a great way to be able to save more is to have that emergency fund at a different bank or a different institution, so you're not tempted to just transfer over your checking account. I mentioned that before in the emergency funds video, which I'll link to right here. So if you want to watch the emergency fund video, there's a bunch of really good information there about how to start and maintain an emergency fund. So another tip to help save more money is to use an app. I'm a big fan of financial apps to help people manage their money more effectively, and one of my favorite apps to use is Acorns. And what they do is they round up your spending and contribute that extra amount into a savings account for you. And so what happens is, you can link your debit card and you go spend money at a clothing store or something, and let's say you pay $50.40. Well, they'll round that up to $51, and that extra 60 cents gets put into a savings account. And you do that all day long, and you spend, you go out to eat, or you go, pay your bills, or you do whatever you want to do. And every time you spend money, they'll take the extra change, they'll round it up to the nearest dollar, and they'll take that extra change and put it into a savings account. That savings account is then invested. There's other apps out there that'll do different types of savings. They'll do just regular savings account with no interest or something like that. But for Acorns, they'll invest it in Vanguard funds, which are typically very low fee and pretty safe. Now, I haven't reviewed all of the possible funds available in Acorns, so I don't know for sure if all of them are good, but the ones that I chose for myself work well for me. You'll have to look on there to see where that money is being invested for your account, which they list out on the settings. You can go and look at where your money is actually being invested, and you can see if that's useful for you. If you're not sure if it's a good investment for you, contact us and we'll do a free review to make sure that your portfolio works for you, for your personal situation. So if you want to save more money, start looking at some apps that can help you do that. If you need help getting your financial affairs in order, feel free to contact Arbogast Advisers, because that's all we do is we help people save more money, pay off their debts, and we help people start retirement accounts. And that's 100% of our business. And we focus on helping younger people, millennials, and young professionals, people who have either just graduated college or just starting a family that really want to get their financial situation in order. So if your New Year's resolution is to get your money in order, contact us. You can visit our website at arbogastadvisers.com, or you can check out our other YouTube videos at youtube.com/arbogastadvisers. Thanks for watching.